Hey, what up, y'all? This is Kalen coming at you from Georgia yet again with a follow-up to my previous video, Song from My Mother. I'm calling this one Cadence from My Mother. On Election Day, or actually the day after Election Day, my mother and I got into a text conversation via text, and it was supposed to be a good conversation, positive conversation. I was trying to up the mood because I knew she'd probably be feeling pretty down, given that Trump had won in an absolute landslide. So I got retweeted by Kenny Florian, and Kenny Florian is a host, a UFC fighter, and host for UFC fights and other, I think, other leagues as well. But he's also the host for BattleBots, and I don't know if anybody knows that, but for the BattleBots reboot, he's the host of that show. He's a co-host, and he's fantastic. And I met him at the Bitcoin conference, took a picture with him, and I sent it to my mom because my mom loves BattleBots. Actually, my mom and my grandma both love BattleBots. They watch it together, and I got them into it. And so, she's a big fan of Kenny Florian. So I texted her saying, "Hey, I got retweeted by Kenny Florian," and she was like, "What about?" Well, I didn't want to share that part because what the tweet said was, the real loser in this election is the corporate state media, and they're going to die a slow, painful death because they clearly have just completely lost control of the narrative, and America's not buying the lies anymore, and they elected Trump again because everybody can see, like, oh, y'all are just lying about him, y'all are just making up bullshit about him, and so that was basically what my tweet was. But I didn't want to say that to my mom, but nonetheless, that just led to this ridiculous conversation that I have to just share with everybody because it was just so bad. So anyway, I'm just going to break it down part by part. So the first thing that she says out the fucking gates is wrong, and I'm like, oh, great, this is going to go well. She says, the state has not shut down a media corporation. Trump plans to shut down ABC for starters. Okay, hold up. What he said was to, first of all, litigate, not shut them down. And second of all, he cannot shut down a private corporation. He doesn't have that ability, or he doesn't have that power. And even conservatives and libertarians and free markets, people on the Trump team would not allow that to happen. So, gonna shut down media corporation, calm the fuck down. No, he's not. Now, what he could do is he could revoke their broadcast license, because as it turns out, that's what they have. They have access to. They have a license to broadcast because it's for the public good. That's one of the requirements to have a broadcast license over public airwaves, is that you are providing a public service for the public good. Well, when your organization is clearly in bed with one political party and lies completely about the other, they're in bed with one, lies about the other constantly, and they don't even hide it anymore, I completely fucking agree with shutting them down. Now, I'm not saying shut down the private business itself, the corporation. I'm completely against theft of private property, but you have the right to operate on public airwaves? No, you are not serving the public interest anymore. Your license is revoked. You had better have a strong look inside of what it is that you have done up to this point and why it is that you're getting your license revoked. Just like a stupid little child, doing some stupid little mistake, getting bought into their own delusions and freaking out about it. No, you do not have the right to fucking do this to Americans, to scare them or lie them and manufacture a narrative. You do not have that right. So hell yeah, if he revokes their license, their broadcast license, damn fucking right. And then she goes on, anyone who disagrees with him is in the crosshairs. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyone who disagrees with Trump is in the crosshairs? Have you been awake for the last 8 years? Are you fucking serious? My God. They have tried to kill him any and every way possible, and up to and including 2 assassination attempts. And you're saying that people that disagree with him are in the fucking crosshairs? Get the fuck out of here. That is absolutely ridiculous. My God, the delusion of the left knows no bounds. It's a mental illness. Leftism is a mental illness, and I say this from experience. Thank God I got the hell out of that cult, because I was seriously contemplating suicide when I was in it. Thank God I'm out of it. I got a kid on the way now. Things can turn around. She goes on. He and his sycophants will also dismantle my Social Security and Medicare. Okay, hold up. First of all, no, he won't. If you take 5 fucking minutes just to look up the polling and just calculate the politics of reducing, dismantling Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare, there's a reason it's never happened, because it's one of the most unviable political positions possible in American politics. Okay, so that's number one. It is extremely unlikely that even if he fucking tried, it would be nearly impossible to make that happen. Even if he said he wanted to, it would be as dumb as saying capital gains on unrealized, or capital gains tax on unrealized gains. It would be that fucking stupid. It's the same level of like, that's never going to happen. So calm the fuck down again. And then number 2, let me show you this little picture I got for you. All right, this is price changes of particular consumer goods over the last 20 years, it would appear. Now, what's really interesting, if you look on the bottom end of this scale, you have televisions, toys, software, cell phones, clothing, and household furnishings. Okay, now just pack that away for a second. Now let's start at the top and work our way down. Hospital services, college and tuition, college textbook, Medicare, child care, food and beverage, and housing. These are the things that have gone up in pricing dramatically. If we were to group this together and then group these together by one thing where these have it and these don't, what would that be? Oh, government interference, government programs, government meddling, state meddling. All the things that are fucking ridiculously expensive up here, all of them have higher, and the higher you go up the scale, the higher amounts of government meddling and government interference and government regulation. So yes, Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. This is why you have this right fucking here. This is why. Okay, why do you think college is up here? Do you think college is fucking not being, has no correlation to the government in any way, shape, or form, or the federal, or the Department of Education in any way, shape, or form? Of course it fucking does. But look down here, like televisions. What federal bureau has anything to do with television, toys, software, cell phone services, aside for the airwaves on the cell phone services? Like, as far as the manufacturing of these cell phones themselves, nothing. And clothing and household furnishing. Like, again, nothing. So, yes, Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare should be abolished. It should have never existed in the first place. Yet here we are, and we have millions of people, tens of millions of people who depend on it, which should have never been the case in the first place. And they should, and because if government hadn't gotten in the way, hospital services would be down here fucking somewhere. And it would be totally affordable for like anybody. Like just a regular retirement amount of money would be totally feasible for like, oh yeah, I gotta take care of some cancer bills. Like, yeah, it's kind of expensive, but it ain't fucking $100,000 thanks to Medicare, Medicaid, and everything else that's going on. So your whole point here that his sycophants will dismantle my Social Security and Medicare, it's wrong on 2 reasons. For just multiple layers of fucking stupid and wrong. It's not even politically viable. And secondly, it should be fucking dismantled anyway. For God's sake. And by the way, if that ever fucking does actually happen, Mom, I'm promising you this on the goddamn internet. I will pay for all of your medical care. I will pay for all of your living expenses. For any money that you would have otherwise gotten by Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid, I will pay it for you. That's how confident I am that will never ever fucking happen. And if it does, then I'll cover you. I will cover the cost, because that's how it should work anyway, by the way. That's how it should work anyway. When you get old and retire, you should lean on your younger kids to help keep you alive. Like, that's how it should fucking work in the first place. So, okay. And then she goes on, not to mention my civil rights and those of my friends. You mean abortion? We know what you're fucking talking about. You're talking about abortion. Dude, you want to be able to murder babies and you think that's a fucking civil right. I got no fucking patience for this argument. I got no fucking time for this. I don't give a fucking shit. I got a kid on the way myself. Like, fuck your stupid abortion argument. Oh, and by the way, you're wrong about that. Here's what Trump said on it. Just not even October 1st, like not even a couple months ago. He said, everyone knows I would not support a federal abortion ban under any circumstances and would, in fact, veto it because it's up to the states to decide based on the will of their voters, will of the people. All right, he has said this multiple times. It's right there on the fucking internet. You can look it up on his goddamn Twitter page or X page. There are countless videos of him saying that he is not going to fucking do this. Okay? So, goddamn, just fucking chill yet again. Goddamn. And then she goes on to say, you also voted into office a man. Hold on, let's pause right there. I voted a man into office? Fuck you. I voted for Trump, but I did not vote this man into office. 75 million motherfucking people voted this man into office. You know why? Because they agree with me. So fuck you. I didn't do fucking shit. All right? Who simulated oral sex with a microphone in front of thousands of people, zero character. I'm literally sick to my stomach. Grow the fuck up. He was making a joke. Yes, it was crass. Yes, it was inappropriate. Grow the fuck up. Put on your fucking adult pants and move beyond it, you fucking pussy. Jesus Christ. So anyway, then there was a big pause in the conversation. And out of the blue, later she says, "Hey Kay, well I know you have your history, and I don't believe I've been lied to. You have been lied to. Your brain has been completely manufactured. The narrative in your brain has been completely manufactured by state corporate media, by a state mafia. I've listened to Trump's speeches countless times along with a so-called team. So-called team? What the fuck does that? Like, fuck you again. Like, I've also read Project 2025. Oh, God, here we go. Project 2025. Yes, the Heritage Foundation, an organization that has been around for decades and decades. And every so many years, I can't remember how many, they release some sort of report where they say this is what the Republicans and conservatives should do in all policy areas and how we can affect serious change. And they release this plan. It's not fucking new. It's been going on forever. It has nothing to do with Trump's campaign. Trump has said multiple times on camera, on video, in interviews, in podcasts, and I think he even may have tweeted it on his X account, that he has nothing to do with Project 2025. It's not his fucking thing. And that would be completely true. That would be completely true. It's not his thing. And by the way, even if it was his thing, so what? Like, oh, Project 2025 is this big scary thing. Like, grow the fuck up. So you've read it. Good for you. So what? Like, by the way, I already know that Project 2025 doesn't go far enough because I already know that it actually recommends reformations in the Department of Ed instead of an outright abolition of the Department of Ed. All right. So Project 2025 doesn't even go far enough in my book. So fuck you. You're like fear mongering on this Project 2025. What the fuck ever. And the Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity. Oh, God, here we go again. And I've read through the complete court filing of Jack Smith regarding the attempt by Trump to influence the 2020 election and his inciting of the January 6th insurrection. So you're not a fan of corporate state media, but you think you're going to escape it by just going directly to the source and just reading state media. Now, not Project 2025, but Jack Smith's report. You think that's unbiased in any way, shape, or form? Trump is a threat to the state. So the state is going to do what it's got to do to preserve its self-interest, to preserve its power. So, of course, if you go direct to the fucking source and read a state actor's report, of course you're going to find you're just going up the waterfall one step higher than where the mainstream corporate press is at. The corporate state media is at. You're just removing the corporate now. You're just going to state. All right? Like, good for you. You read 900 pages and a bunch of other garbage. Like, you're not doing yourself any favors by reading state propaganda. All right? It's just ridiculous. And by the way, the insurrection, J6 didn't go far enough. All right? That insurrection did not go far enough. It didn't. It was a bunch of people completely unarmed, getting walked through the building, escorted by cops. Some guy took a dump on Nancy Pelosi's desk. Oh no, it's the end of the fucking world. Like, grow up. Again, grow the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Insurrection didn't go far enough. We should have hanged people. We should have hanged everybody. And we should have been like, no. You're not in power anymore. We should have sent a message to the deep state. We should have been like, fuck you. We're the people. We're in charge. And we're going to clean house and we're going to start from scratch. That's what we should have fucking done. But no, instead it was just this peaceful little walkthrough, all this camera footage of people just like casually strolling through, looking around, and like nothing fucking happened. The only person that died was Ashley Babbitt, who got shot by somebody, by a guard or whoever. And then the people that they claim died, he died from a heart attack. And the autopsy showed after the fact that he died from a fucking heart attack. He didn't die from violence or getting shot or any of that shit. So fucking spare me your stupid J6 fear-mongering. Again, none of my conclusions come from state media. You are literally reading directly from the state. Jack Smith is the state. So you don't even know when you are reading state media. You're not even aware that you are just getting fucking fed directly. You're getting ladled straight from the fucking state. Like, goddamn, so pathetic. And then it gets really good. Also, if you study Germany in the 1930s and Hitler's rise to power, here we go, invoking the Hitler argument. He did it by blaming immigrants. Yes, he did rise to power by blaming immigrants. Among many, many, many other things. Immigrants was just one piece of the fucking puzzle. And you'd know that if you actually did any fucking research in 1930s Germany. My God. In their case, the Jews, for the country's problems. Sound familiar? Yes. The ills of the country are entirely blamed on the immigrants coming in here in the U.S. Yeah, it's exactly the fucking same. Yeah, totally. 1930s Germany getting infiltrated by Jewish immigrants is exactly the fucking same as what's happening with the southern border here in America. Yeah, it's exactly the fucking same. Sound familiar? Oh my fucking God. Jesus Christ. Once in power, he systematically took out everyone who disagreed with him. Yes, that's true. Name me one person that Trump has systematically taken out of power since he's been in power. In the first 4 years or since. Name fucking one. My God. And you know what happened from there. Trump's behavior over the years is an exact mirror. Really? So you've taken video footage of Hitler and Trump and gone A, B side by side, and you've done complex, deep analysis of their behavior. You've got, some psychological AI that's watching them and going, oh, yes, these people are having the exact same motherfucking behavior. Really? There's an exact fucking mirror? Give me a fucking break. And mark my words, he's just getting started. Oh, yeah, you're right. He is just getting started, and I'm really excited about it. You should be afraid. We should all be afraid. Do you not hear yourself? Do you not hear how ridiculously deranged, out of touch, childish, immature, just fucking batshit crazy you sound when you say shit like this? We should be afraid. We should all be afraid. Yes, the deep state should be afraid. The bureaucracy should be afraid. Yes, they should be afraid. Why are you on their fucking side? What is wrong with you? Why are you on their fucking side? My God. The guy only does what's best for him and his uber rich friend. Yeah, okay, yep. Okay, whatever you say. I don't believe one minute gives a shit about any of us. You're entitled to your own opinion. Okay, I disagree. Please don't respond. Well, guess what, Mom? I am fucking responding, and I'm putting it all over the goddamn internet. So guess what? I responded to your fucking stupid text. As you admonished earlier, I need to breathe. Yes, you fucking do, you deranged lunatic. You need to go outside and breathe and touch some motherfucking grass. By the way, I still love you, always will. And for the record, I did respond and say I love you too. And in fact, that's all I said. I didn't respond to anything else. This is my response here. She didn't want me to respond via text, so I'm responding here. So, hope you got what you wanted. Anyway, the derangement of the left knows no fucking bounds. It is a mental illness. These people are mentally unwell. I would feel bad for them. I would feel sympathetic, but I don't. And here's why. I pulled myself out of it. If I can, anybody can. Secondly, this has been going on. They have been murdering Trump in every level, both metaphorically and literally, and financially, and everything else, character, reputation, for better part of 10 years now. If you haven't seen through that bullshit and realized that you are on the wrong side of history, if you have not yet figured out that you are on the wrong side of history yet, I got no fucking sympathy for you. None at all. None the fuck at all. So, good luck. Good luck with your fucking delusions and your absolute derangement over the next 4 years. especially when Trump actually maybe, I don't even know if he's actually going to do anything. The signs are good so far. But if we even get 1/10 the Trump that you're so afraid of, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be thrilled that we even get 1/10 of it. So here we are. I'm like, you're a deranged lunatic. And your fear of what this Trump caricature is that you've had manufactured into your fucking head isn't even real. But actually, if that was the Trump we really had, I would be thrilled, because that motherfucker would go through and rip the deep state apart and just tear everything down that needs to be torn down. All this state, this bloated government state imposition on our lives, this mafia that fucking steals from us and murders fucking squirrels, but then won't even enforce the law, the actual fucking law on real criminals. This is called anarcho-tyranny. Anarcho, without rule, without law, or without authority, and tyranny. So in other words, they'll come and knock on your door when you keep a squirrel in your fucking house, and they'll kill it. But if an immigrant comes and steals your house, squats on your house, can't enforce the law over that. Anarcho-tyranny. This is where we are in America. And, I'm not like a fucking Trump guy. I'm not like a MAGA fucking guy. I just hope that he is even 1/10 of what I want to see fucking happen. I want the state to be put in its fucking place. The people are the ones in power. This is the country for the people, for and by the people, not the fucking bureaucracy. So I want somebody to go in there and absolutely destroy the fucking bureaucracy. Get rid of the Department of Ed, end the Fed, and every fucking gigantic government bureau that we don't fucking need. FBI, the CIA, and NSA, get rid of it fucking all. Get rid of all of it. Or if it is actually essential and you can make the argument that it is, reduce it by 90 to 95%. Like, just stop it all. All right. And the inflation in this country is a problem only because of our spending, not because of our taxing. Taxation is theft anyway. I'll give you a portion of my income if you actually give me some real fucking value in government services or in government protection. I'll give it to you voluntarily. But when you take it massively, 20, 30, 40%, and I get nothing in return, fuck you. I'm going to say no. Dismantle this goddamn bloated piece of shit that runs and ruins all of our lives. Excuse me, Mr. Government, can I please have a license to cut hair to do a totally normal, natural thing? No. Go fucking cut hair and make the money that you need to make. Like, how do we get to this place where we got to beg a government agency to give us a license for something that you can just do in your house, like cook food or cut hair, like or a myriad of other things? It's insane. So if we get 1/10 the Trump that you were so afraid of, I will be thrilled. If we get 50%, I will be absolutely doing backflips because look, he's not perfect. I get it, but I don't care. Like, we're sending him in to do a dirty job. I don't care if he's a savage. We're sending him into the jungle. And all right, I want him to go into that fucking jungle and hack down those fucking vines that have been slowly put up, constraining and strangling the American people for decades. So I'm going to end on that note. Anyway, that's all I got for this weekend. Peace out, y'all.